Henry. How are you?
What's up, Sam? Really good, man.
Something I was saying to Andrew earlier, as a mixed race Asian man myself, it really is like a big deal seeing you guys headline something like this.
Thank you.
And your character's relationship really is the emotional like core of this thing.
Mhm.
So I was wondering, how is it working with him to develop that kind of like brotherly rapport throughout the film?
Yeah, we actually funnily grew up pretty much in the same area of sort of Surrey, in which it was weird that we didn't bump into each other. Us both being half Asian, of the same age, all of my friends went to the same college that he went to, but we only ever met on this grand adventure of making this movie. So building the brotherhood really wasn't at all tasking, because we have all the same comedic references of growing up in the UK, and but I think it was important to have the physical sort of relationship. So the training that we went through, some of the combat that you see with Snake and Tommy back to back is like the moments where everybody's just like, oh my God, this is it, this is it, this is what we've been waiting for. Yeah, and so most of those big set pieces are like amazing with the two of us in them.
Well, to that point, I mean, certainly done physical things in movies before, like in The Gentleman and stuff, but you take it to a whole other level with this, and you're dealing with the guys from the raid and everything. How was it leaning into that physical side of your performance and running that training and doing all that choreography?
I absolutely loved it. And I've always been a really quick learner physically, but to undergo sort of a transformation in movement, and breaking down what you perceive and what you feel as though is swordplay, is very different to what Kenji Tanigaki, our choreographer, had in mind, and is what is so famous for. So it took, a solid 2 months of preparation to get into fighting shape and fighting fluidity, to sort of dispatch 10, 15 sort of baddies at one time.
In actually giving this guy a voice, what did you want to lend? Like, what did you want to highlight and lend to this guy's humanity as we got to get to know him behind the mask?
I think the pain of where he had come from, the understanding that he was making decisions not lightly, and that they had many deeper understandings that he cannot express to whoever it is that he was sort of interacting with, because his deep sort of searching for vengeance was what was driving him in the beginning of this movie, because he had nothing else to sort of motivate him to live. And so that is something that we wanted to put into him being able to express, is that he's a man of very few words, because he knows if he gives away too much information, it's going to give the game away. And so it's really important that he is a very calculative, very mysterious character that you see go on this amazing trajectory.